I'm the only Spanish-speaking starter in the NFL right now.
Cállate.
No way!
So
In the whole entire league?
Yes. in the whole
Wow. As long as I'm here, Lucha Libre is alive in El Paso, Texas.
This is the intro of the tacos. This is the intro of the block. I'm trying to make it different from the other one. I promise I'll make a better intro later. This is the intro for the taco block. Thunder Rosa eating tacos.
Hello, Thunder Army. Welcome back to another episode of the Taco Vlog. This is Thunder Rosa, and I'm here in El Paso, Texas, as you can see at Moose's Draft House. I have two very special guests. One of them, he's a NFL player that has done a lot of stuff for the community here in El Paso and has this wonderful nonprofit organization called Mijos Things. And I also have a El Paso native who has done a lot of work with me. She's worked in Mission Pro. She's a luchadora from El Paso, Texas. Dulce Tormenta and Hernandez. And he has a new project called Mijos Tacos, which is a food truck, and where they're using the kitchen right now from this place, and they're gonna be having it outside. They're gonna be selling tacos. That I'm pretty sure they're gonna be using a lot of the money for Mijos Things, which is a nonprofit organization here in El Paso, which helps a lot of the youth, especially men, young men in this community. Two hometown voices, each is gonna bring to the table something special here of El Paso in their own way. So come with me, let's start eating tacos because it's getting late. Told you guys I'm here with the super source. Will,
Yeah.
She's talking
Dulce,
about her. She's talking about
welcome
her.
to
Yeah.
the Taco Vlog. Guys, this is a very important night. Not only because this is my first Taco Vlog that I do in El Paso? I think so. But it's because we're talking to two people that are, synonymous of what El Paso is, right? You have I don't want to call you a transplant, but you're kind of like a transplant to El Paso, right?
Low key, yeah.
But you are considered to be someone who cares for its community, so now you belong to El Paso.
For sure.
Yes.
I like to say that El Paso adopted me.
Yes.
So, yeah, for sure, hometown kid.
So this is Will Hernandez. Un aplauso. NFL, you play for the Cardinals,
Yes.
and you play here in
Utah.
El Paso, right?
Yes, I went to the University of Texas out of El Paso or Utah.
When I first met him, which was like 51 minutes ago, I said, hola, mucho gusto, and then I said, estás bien grandote, bro, you're big.
I appreciate it. I try to, do what I can, but you did make me feel a little bit bigger too.
Oh, because you're
Yeah.
sometimes estás bien grandote. Es que si estás bien grandote, I mean, we see some like big wrestlers, right,
Yeah.
Dulce? But it's like, you're like
Big dude.
Appreciate it. It's all the rice and beans at the end of the day.
rice and beans.
Yeah. That Mexican diet.
That Mexican diet. Do you eat
Mexican
tortillas? Are you allowed to eat tortillas and stuff?
Of course.
Pan dulce?
From time to time, but of course.
Conchas? You like conchas? Like conchas are my
I
favorite.
love conchas, I love cochinitos, I love besos, I love all that.
Besos? What are the besos?
It's the ones that you split in half. with
I was
jelly
going to say
inside.
the ones that I'm
El
about to
yo-yo?
give you. And then we have Dulce Tormenta, who is she is a native of El Paso. I've known you for now, how many years?
I think 5. I was just telling Will that we've met each other for 5 years.
5 years, like with the whole family. She has
Yes.
a wonderful story. All your family was involved in professional wrestling, is that correct?
Yes, here in El Paso, Texas. It all started with my dad taking my brothers to summer classes for Lucha Libre so they can have something to do. Well, they ended up liking it. They became wrestlers. My dad made our own wrestling ring so we can have wrestling shows. We had wrestling shows. We opened our wrestling school here in El Paso. And the rest is history. I am born and raised from El Paso, Texas.
So talking about born and raised and being proud of being of El Paso, what is important for you, Will, to be not only like, adopted by El Paso, but like the stuff that you're doing with Mijo Things, and now with the soft opening of your, taco truck, which is Mijo Tacos.
Yeah, so to start off, like I said, when I got here as a 17-year-old kid, El Paso adopted me right away. They got behind me because I was a Mexican in football. And that's a big deal out here, especially because El Paso is 90% Hispanics. So right away, I felt right at home. I felt like I was with my people. I felt like I was, in the right spot where I needed to be. So when that happened and I played my years here, the more and more I was here, the more and more support I got. So I was lucky enough to go to the NFL. I was lucky enough to, do big things in life. But it all had to do with El Paso backing me up and really growing up here. Because this is where I truly grew up. I came here 17, left at 23.
Yes.
This is where I grew up. And so what better way to like show my thankfulness with this city than to bring back some really good food and open up Mijos Tacos in the city that most supported me when I most needed it. And that's exactly the motivation behind why we started Mijos Tacos in the first place.
And the Mijo Things, it's just talking about, purpose, your pride and passion that you have for El Paso. Like, what made you start Mijo Things?
Yeah, so Mijo Things is actually our clothing brand here. And what we want to do with that is, the thing is that there's so many Mexican players that play football, Latinos all over the country. But if you look at the NFL stats, there's only a few handful Mexicans in the NFL. So I wanted to create a change in that because I've been there for about 8 years now in the NFL. And what I think is there should be more Mexicans playing. I know what it takes. I know how much grit you need. I know exactly what it is that these coaches look for in their players. And a lot of these Mexicans, Latino players have that. They just don't get the opportunity. So I want to create a spotlight in the NFL, something besides my own last name, and something that a typical high school football player can look at and be like, oh, you know what? I want to be a part of that. And that's exactly why we created Mijo Things, to create a platform and a spotlight for these kids that want to be and make it to the NFL.
That's pretty dope. Like I
cool.
just met a guy in UABC in Tijuana, and then he told me he wanted to go to the NFL, and he was tiny, and I was just like, bro, like I wish I would have known you then and be like, yo, you gotta talk to him, you gotta talk to Will, because he'll guide you the right way, because he's going to college, he's doing the right things, but he doesn't have the resources, and I think that you crack the formula. It's super important, and it's very like a very few number of elite athletes like you and me that have been able to like achieve things that people question.
For sure. And something crazy too is they told me I'm the only Spanish speaking starter in the NFL right now.
Cállate.
No way.
In the whole entire league?
Yes, in the whole
Wow.
league. On Sundays, I'm the only guy that speaks Spanish on the starting lineup.
Este es el mero mero, perros.
Wow.
El mero mero,
Qué chingón.
para que vean. And now, Dulce, the same question goes for you. What drives you to have pride for this city? Also, what is your purpose and your passion as a professional wrestler?
What drives me, when I say that I'm from El Paso, Texas, I really, really hate, and I have heard it a lot, that people tell me that there's nothing in El Paso. Well, I am the living proof that Dulce Tormenta has made and done everything that she has done from her hometown, from El Paso. Every airplane is out of here, every car ride, every bus ride, every train ride. Remember when I took the train back home? Has been from El Paso.
Awesome.
And so that's really, really cool. That's really awesome. And most importantly, my family. We had our wrestling school and we created our own students. Now you see one of them in CMLL right now, Persephone. She came from our school. And so that's really, really awesome. That's really cool. And I feel like my family story, our school that we once had, where I come from, where my brothers trained me, created me, I don't want that story to ever die. El Paso is not only known for the guerreros, but it's only known for the Ontiveros. We gave so many opportunities to so many people, and so I want that to keep going, continue, and hopefully one day I'll be big enough to have my own wrestling school. So,
well,
that's the goal.
No es para que ande presumiendo, pero ya es campeona.
Yeah.
DCWA, which
It ain't just talk.
Yeah, exactly.
This was the first company that I came in
Texas?
In Texas for the second one.
Really?
And
Yeah. Down in Corpus.
In Corpus Christi. So shout out. She's the champ. And talking about like some of the stuff that you guys achieved, I'm gonna start with you. What are some of the stuff that you have worked really, really hard in the last 10 years and you have been able to achieve? Because I know that you work with a lot of companies, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like the first thing that I really overcame and that was really hard for me was being a girl in a wrestling show, in a wrestling world full of men. And you probably know what I'm talking about, but I had such a hard time. For example, here in El Paso, I used to wrestle every Sunday. And I remember just being like, God, I need to do it all over again every Sunday, not being accepted by the men. I had to wrestle them. And so it was very difficult. I would go home frustrated. I would cry because I wanted to be this luchadora that I am today. But it just felt like I was never going to get there with these men just like trying to put me down, trying to like not help me, I guess, continue my journey. But you know what? I outgrew that. I became better. I became stronger. And so here I am today. You know, I work for so many companies. The recent one was CMLL. I was just down there for the Amazonas month, and it was such a blast, you know. And I feel like the best thing about that experience was that I didn't have to go and knock on the door. I feel like it was such a proud moment when I got the call that they had invited me over, that they were interested in me, and that they were going to have me over. So that was really cool, and so hopefully I keep growing, you know, out of El Paso, Texas, a city where not many, you know, believe in or think that there's nothing going on here. Well, there is, because as long as I'm here, Lucha Libre is alive in El Paso, Texas.
Hola.
For sure.
And what about for you? Like, what was some of like the hurdles that you have to go through to be in the NFL? Because I mean, you made it seem super freaking easy. You're like, yeah, you did this. I was like, bro, it wasn't that easy.
Yeah, no, not at all. So, I mean, just from the beginning of when I started playing football, I didn't start till I was in high school. So I was a late bloomer. Most of these guys that are in the NFL now, they've been playing since they were peewee, 5, 6 years old.
Wow.
So I was a very late starter. Never even thrown a football. Didn't even know how to play the game when I joined in high school.
Cállate.
I was horrible too. My first 2 years, I was actually trash.
Yes.
And so I had to pick it up really quickly. I had to learn how to play the game. And it wasn't always easy for me either, because during high school, when I just started playing, we started going through some financial difficulties, me and my family. And obviously just me as a son and as the oldest, I wanted to help out, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to go get a job and help out with the money because my parents were struggling. And at that time, I didn't know football was going to change my life. So I was about to quit. I was about to get out of football. 2 of my coaches that were my high school coaches at the time convinced me to stay. They let me see the bigger picture of things, and they told me and educated me, because I didn't know this at the time. They said, Will, if you stay in school, you stay the course, and you keep getting better and playing good football, you can get a scholarship to go to college. And for my parents, that was always the biggest thing, you know. All classic Mexican parents, they just want you to go to the university, get an education, get a better life. So what they did was they begged me. They're like, please don't do it. You can get a scholarship, get all your school paid for, and now your parents don't have to come out of pocket and pay for you to go to school. And I was just like blown away, because to me, that was never even an option. To me, it was just go to high school and then go get a job or work for my dad, which he was a construction worker, by the way. And so he blew my mind. And I said, you know what? I trust, for something in my heart told me, trust this.
Yeah.
Trust this path and go and get it 100%. So that's exactly what I did. Ever since that day of talk with my coaches, I started going harder in the weight room. I started going harder in school. I started getting better grades. And I said, if I'm going to make the sacrifice of not helping my parents by getting a job, then I'm going to make sure I do something with this NFL or with this football thing. And that's what I did. I later on graduated high school, got a scholarship from UTEP. That's why I'm so thankful with this city. Got a full ride scholarship with UTEP. Came here, played 5 years, and then the rest is history.
Wow.
So it wasn't always that easy either, you know. We did go through our things and our ups and downs, but
How were your grades?
they were bad at
A's?
first. And then I got on that AB honor roll real quick.
Cállate.
After-
Also,
got it
also
together,
college too?
In college, yeah, I had decent grades in college. I was like ABCs. It was my ABCs.
Did you go to college too, Dulce?
Yes, I did. Well, you know what? I actually went to El Paso Community College because UTEP did not have the sign language program. So I went to a community college. I became a sign language interpreter. And so, yeah. And then after that, my mom, unfortunately, she started to get very sick at the time. So I decided to stop my, I guess, career or stop whatever I was doing to be with my mom and help her through her everything, you know, that goes on with when your parents are sick, doctor appointments, driving them, taking them. So I really stopped what I was doing and I dedicated my time and I guess my young 20s to my mom, 100%. But yes, I did go to college. At the end of the question, yes, I did go.
We're talking about hurdles. You talk about, you didn't know what you were going to do when you were in high school, and you talk about your mom being sick, and unfortunately she passed away. Mm-hmm. Not only you have personal hurdles, but we all suffer from injuries, right?
Exactly.
Have you suffered from it? Very, bad injury?
Yeah, I have. So actually, I was very blessed and lucky throughout my whole career, from high school to college, and then my first 7 years in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And then finally, on my 7th year, in the 5th game, I tore my knee. Oh. And I did get my ACL and MCL torn up pretty good during the game. And so, yeah, I've definitely been.
Did you tough it out? Because sometimes we have to finish the matches, and we either with concussions or broken backs, we finish the matches. No,
I wish I could tell you I did, but it was a complete tear, so there's no going back. It was straight to the surgery table. There's no toughing anything out in that case.
What about you?
Yes, I have. Actually, my most recent one was I dislocated my ankle during a match. And then, obviously, it didn't feel right, but I was just trying to tough it out because, it was going to be over sooner or later. I could go back there and get it fixed or get it taken care of. Yeah. And so, unfortunately, good thing that after the match, there was I think it was a nurse at the show. These indie shows. Thank you to any nurse that ever attends to an indie show. And he went out there, he checked my ankle. He was like, hey, you know what? This is going to hurt a little bit. So here I am. So here I am. He popped it back in, and
did that hurt more than when you?
Yes, it did. Yeah, it hurt because I was a little cooler, so it did hurt. Most of the time, I was scared. I had to look away, close my eyes, sure. But I knew I had to get it done. And then after that, obviously, I took care of it. 2-3 weeks. CMLL calls me. Hey, Dulce Tormenta, can you please be part of the Amazonas month down in Mexico City? And I'm looking at my ankle can I do this or not? It's purple, it's swollen, I cannot do this. I was about to cancel, but my father, he had never been to Mexico City. He had never been to CMLL.
Te dijo, amárrate un ovario. You're going to go. We're going to go.
He was like, mija, no puedes faltar porque voy a ir.
¿Qué huevos?
I know. So I was like, okay, I got to make it work. And thankfully, I did make it down there. CMLL has their medical staff.
Yeah, they wrapped it up.
Yeah, they wrapped it up really good. How did I get through the match? I have no idea, but I got it done.
So yes. Talking about mental toughness.
Yeah.
How were you able to, recover? Because one thing is doing all the physical therapy, doing all that stuff, but mentally, how were you able to recover from this injury?
So to start, when this happened, and like I said, I've been very blessed. I've never gone hurt. And this was the first time I needed surgery for something like this. So at first, I didn't really know how to handle it. Mm-hmm. And I was in my head.
¿Lloraste?
Yeah, for sure. Oh. I was in my head. It happened at the worst time for me as well. I was on a contract year. Everything was just lining up and everything was just perfect. And then that happened. So first things first is I had to get myself together mentally because this was the first time this happened. But I was always one of those guys that was a motivator in the locker room. I would always, talk to the guys that did get hurt. I would always talk a big game about, pushing through whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And the reason and the way I'm telling you to answer your question is how I'm recovering. I started by first helping people and remembering that. So as soon as that happened, I thought back and I'm like, you always talked a big game. You always talked all these motivational speeches and stuff. Now it's your turn. Mm-hmm. And what happened was that it confirmed that I was the same guy as I was before I got hurt. I still thought the same way. I still thought we got to figure this out. We got to make sure we do something about it. Yeah. So I started really, when that happened to me, I realized, hey, you really believe everything that you've always talked about, even in the worst time possible. So from there, I grabbed myself and I said, all right, ain't no fucking going back now. There's no changing this. Nothing I say or do or how hard I scream is going to change this. So I'm not going to ruin a whole year of my life rehabbing this with a bad attitude. So that's what I said. You know what? I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to make sure I do every single thing that I need to do to get back. Mm-hmm. And just like my parents say, a chingarle, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the only option you got left. So, but it's really all right here because I'm still rehabbing. You know, I'm still only 7 months out, and
how long was your injury or recovery time?
So they say it's about a year until you can come back fully, 100%, and I'm at 7 months. So we're very close. We're right there, but we're not 100%. But this is 100%, and I think that's the quickest way to recovery. So I'm making sure that this doesn't fail you.
No te da miedo. You're not scared.
I mean, I am, but at the end of the day, I have that switch too, where once they tell me, all I need them is for a professional to tell me, hey, your knee's fine, you're good, and then from there, all I got to do is just flip that switch and just go, because there's no time in this business to be scared.
Nope.
The NFL doesn't care if you're scared or if you're nervous about something, or they don't care. It's just, can you do this or not?
Yes.
So that's my mindset. I gotta just go, and then when I do get back out there, fully go. No matter how I feel, how scared I am, you just gotta go.
Very similar to professional wrestling, right? Like, because sometimes we're not ready to come back, and we're like, yeah, a chingarle, because we have to pay bills. So
that's like the word for tonight, huh? Chingarle.
Yeah,
Chingarle.
I've been injured, and I totally agree with you in terms of like, because I was always the one who had to chingarle con todo en la casa, and you feel so responsible because there's so much, that you're carrying in your back, because you're saying you're the only Spanish-speaking player in the league. It's a big deal, and then you're out with an injury that can potentially be, if you're not mentally prepared, that can end your career, right? And for you, it's like you're fighting for your family, like literally and technically. Like your mom just passed away, your brothers are not wrestling anymore, things are not the way that they are. So like you are the last hope of the family to continue that legacy. So having all those things on top of everything else that we have in our minds, and like our own doubts, our own goals, and everything, and then adding the injury. Sometimes it's very difficult when you're getting that dark place and you're like, fuck, like, ¿cómo voy a salir de aquí?
You're also letting people down, because you're not just wrestling and playing for yourself. It's for everybody that supports you and everybody that looks up to you, all the kids that look up to you. So it's like, in a way, you feel like you're letting them down too.
Yes.
Besides yourself.
But I mean, 7 months and like how you're like walking and everything. I mean, it's pretty good. Like,
no, for sure. I've been lucky with the training staff, and my knee's been doing really well too.
Good. All right, ya tenemos al
mesero,
al cook. A ver,
meserito.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Meserito.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Tony Almendorf, owner here at Moose's Draft House, a.k.a. Moose.
El Moose.
What I welcome all you guys for stopping by.
Okay,
Thank you guys.
Are you excited about Mijos Tacos?
Yes, I am. Just because, just a little bit of food. We're border barbecue. That's what we consider our food, which we do a little bit of smoking. Barbecue. Texas is known for barbecue. So we just add our food to it, and then we add our border flavor to what we do. So here we're going to start off with a little bit of our smoked carne asada.
Smoked carne asada. So what's the difference?
Nice.
You smoked it and
Well, we lightly smoke our meats. Our brisket, our pulled pork is different. We completely do it because we actually serve barbecue on Fridays and Saturdays for the weekend. But for the most part, all of our meat, from our barbacoa, our lingua, our cachete, which is our barbacoa, even our pork belly, they're lightly smoked. They're not completely smoked, and they're traditionally finished the way they should be in the steamer.
And just so you guys know, a little background on these tacos. I've been eating this food and these tacos since I was a freshman at UTEP.
Yeah.
And Tony's been cooking for us the entire time.
Yes.
After every game, we'd go to his stand and he'd cook up for us, make sure we have our protein and all our food. And we've been eating this for a long time.
So you were feeding all the football players?
Yes, it was crazy. Even for Thanksgiving, we would get together. And that was the worst.
How much money did you spend feeding these kids?
A lot. And a lot of donations as well.
Oh, really?
Still trying to pay him back till this day.
We're good. But I hope you enjoy them. We have our homemade salsa.
Okay, what's
chile de árbol.
Es la roja, ¿verdad?
Qué rico.
Cebollitas with some cilantro in there.
Uh-huh.
And then we have our salsa taquera, which is our guacamole sauce.
And where are you also from the border? Are you from here?
Yes, I am. So actually, I was born here, but I was raised in Tres Ojitos, Chihuahua.
Vámonos.
So that's where I'm from. And then I was brought back to the U.S. Once my mom fixed her papers.
Hey,
So-
sometimes we gotta do that, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what we're gonna
Yeah.
do. Exactly.
But another example of, you know, success at the border, a lot of people like, you know, throw shade at people from the border. I am from Tijuana. I am from the border, from a border town. She's from a
Yeah.
border town. He's from Vegas, but he's a transplant, so he's from a border town. So this is for successful people from the border. Like, stop talking so much crap about us because we work so hard. It's a different.
Exactly.
We're gonna talk about this after we shove our you know, faces in this tacos about what is to live in the border for you. Like, what was your experience to live and be successful? I mean, this is your place, you know.
A lot has to do with where I was raised at. Being raised in a small town farm, in you know, about 6 hours from here,
Oh, yes.
west of Chihuahua, and it's just you just work. You know, people just work there to make a living. So as a young kid, that's what I was introduced to. Get up, you know, at 5, 6 years old, and hey, go work the labores, a piscar maíz,
Yeah.
frijol, and then I was brought back to the U.S. But every summer I would go back. That's me. So I would go back. So I think the work ethic has always been there as a kid, and got my first job at 14 here. So I didn't go back to the labores and go and doing that. It was much easier bagging groceries at a store here. So that's where it started, and that's where we're at now.
Para que no digan, para que no les cuenten, there's very hardworking Latinos, Mexicanos that work everywhere in the United States. So
Yes.
we're gonna try your tacos
Go
and
ahead.
then
Enjoy.
All right, we gotta dress these up real quick though.
a ver cómo.
You put the lime. What salsa do you guys want?
Es que yo no como
Are they
salsa.
spicy?
I would do both. Well, if you don't like spicy, go with the green.
Okay, I'll do
But
the
if
green.
you want a little bit of spice, add a little bit of
Put
the
some
red.
green on
I'm
mine.
I'm gonna add a little bit of both.
Okay.
A ver, pues ponle. Si me da chorros, your fault. Ponle roja.
And this is our carne asada.
Carne asada.
Yes.
And then, quick question for all you guys: when you first take a bite into your taco, do you turn your head? Do you tilt your head to the left or to the right? Let us know in the comments real quick. I'm really interested.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
that's a question
That's
that
a
I
great
never
question.
asked.
That's a great question.
And you know,
You don't
I
ever think about it.
Listen, I've eaten tacos in Japan. I eaten tacos in London. I eaten tacos in Puerto Rico. I eaten tacos in Mexico. I eat tacos all over the country, and I never thought about that. I just eat the tacos.
crazy.
That's the last thing that I think about. A ver.
I guess it would depend, no, if you're lefty or righty.
Porque
Little,
No?
little cheers or what?
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Oh,
Cheers.
Come on.
I didn't do it with my
Get with the
taco.
program, sis. Get with the program.
cheers.
A ver. Madre.
Oh no, my mask. Hold on. Bear with me.
I tilted to the left.
Yo derecho.
To the left.
You can taste that little light smoke, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's where we differentiate ourselves for sure. A lot of people don't smoke theirs.
Nobody smokes theirs.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody does. Bueno, mames, you fucking. You're fucking the shit.
I'm a 1 or 2 bite kind of guy. If they want to slow down like this, that's on
It's
them.
gone. It's
I
gone.
like to taste
Where is it?
everything.
Well, it's a little bit left there.
It's his heart.
I don't think I got
Coming
one.
straight to his heart. Si
I'm
quieres traer los
struggling
otros
to eat my
tacos mientras
taco.
estamos hablando. So let's talk about living in the border.
Let's
How
talk
it-
about it.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. How was it for you to live in the border?
So when I first got here, it was actually like,
How different it was from Vegas,
it
though.
was very different because Vegas is a melting pot. There's all
Uh-huh.
kinds of people. And then here, you come here and it's like, what, 90% Hispanic?
Yep.
So I felt right at home. And then, but the one thing that did impact me a little bit was when I went to UTEP, and for those of you that don't know where UTEP is, it's literally right across the freeway from the border.
Está bien buena esta madre.
And
You
all
can see Ciudad Juarez.
Exactly. You see Ciudad Juarez everywhere. And the area that you can see from UTEP is one of the poorest parts. So that was one of the parts that about El Paso that kind of like shocked me. That we're this close to Mexico, and there's a lot of poverty on the other side, and it's how different it changes just from one walk. And you know, it was kind of sad for me. But that's what it is right now, and we're doing a lot of things to be active in Juarez as well. But that was one of the biggest things. But El Paso has, by hands down, way better food than most cities that I've been to.
Hey.
For real. I'm just saying how it is.
I can back that up, actually. Down there.
Like,
A lot of people say that too.
better than what city? Let's put it that way. Better than what city?
Let's
Oh,
be
I'm
more
ready to fight.
specific.
Well, if you're not counting the Strip, I think the food out here is better than Vegas.
Ay, claro, güey.
I
O
think it's
sea,
better
like,
than-
hands
than-
down.
than Phoenix. I think it's
Oh,
better
yeah.
than a lot of these like surrounding cities even. Like better anything in New Mexico is better than New Mexico. I don't know. I just feel like the food out here is different.
I was going to say, you better not say these tacos are better than the ones in San Antonio or Tijuana because we got a problem, baby.
She's defending y'all.
Yeah, we got a problem. Especially breakfast tacos, hands down. San Antonio, baby, 210.
San
Represent.
Antonio?
Ooh,
What the
Puro
heck?
pinche party.
There's breakfast tacos?
Bro, the best breakfast tacos
Really?
in the country. Hell yeah. With thicas like flour tortillas, oof, especially if they're greasy, hechas con manteca. Nos van a traer los otros tacos. Yo aquí. How was it for you? How was it for you to grow up in
In the border city?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Actually, so my parents had 5 kids in total.
Ay, madre.
I know 3 older ones, boys, then myself and a younger one. So my father was the only one that provided for the house. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and so economically it was better for them to raise us in Ciudad Juarez. I was born here, but I was raised in Ciudad Juarez.
Oh,
And
wow.
So, yeah, so I lived over there. I think I want to say when I was like 5 or 6 years old. So every day I lived the life of, Monday through Friday, I would wake up at 3:30 in the morning. My mom would get us ready. We would cross over to go to school. After school, head back, go home, just do it all over again.
I remember.
And so now that I'm already like an adult, like, holy crap. My parents used to do that for us. And, I'm so thankful. And I thank my mom every day, wherever she's at right now. And my dad as well for doing that for us. And so thankfully, I speak very well English. I speak very well Spanish. And so I recently got my dual citizenship.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
how we do it, baby.
I'm officially a Mexican, and
I mean, you were always a Mexican.
I'm always a Mexican, but now it's on
Now
paper.
she has papers.
Now it's on paper. But on the other side. And so I've been wrestling in Mexico for the past 2 years, and it's been very fun traveling all over Mexico. Monterrey is probably one of my favorite cities. Trying all over tacos.
That's right.
And so you know what I love the most about living here?
What?
Is when I have to travel in the U.S., I use El Paso Airport. And then when I have to travel through Mexico, I use Ciudad Juarez Airport. So it balances out.
It's the advantage that we have. Chef Tony, ¿qué estos tacos?
So these right here are al pastor tacos, which we made marinate in some of our smoky sauce.
Oh, it's a smoky sauce.
Yes. It's a
So-
smoky sauce that we make here, and then we put it on our pork.
How do you smoke the sauce?
You just pretty much make the sauce. We put it outside in the smoker in a container, and while we're smoking all our other meats, we put it right
Cállate.
there.
Never
Wow.
heard of that in my life. Tacos de tripa, pero never, I'm
Hey, we
curious.
can smoke those too.
¿De tripas?
Yes.
De
You
tripitas.
smoke them and then you deep fry them.
Qué rico.
Then you get some good. Yeah, believe
Me da
me.
miedo.
You're gonna try some things right now. You'll be like,
No, me da
"What?
miedo."
This was smoked?"
¿Te da miedo? ¿Por qué?
No,
Yes.
tripas
Give
me
it a
da
try.
miedo.
See what you guys
All
get.
right, Moose, what sauce are we putting on these?
With this one, you can do the same thing.
¿Tiene crema?
Well, tiene poquita crema.
Was
Yes.
this- was
Is
the
that
red
is
one
that
hot?
like is
No,
that
not
your
really.
That's
recipe?
No.
my
Let's do the
thing.
red.
My recipe.
Put a little bit.
The
Yeah.
crema just kind of balances out the chile and the green salsa.
We're gonna put a little bit of both on these two, right?
Yeah.
I noticed that the red salsa is very Americanized because it's perfect because it's not very spicy.
Americanized. Is that how you know it's Americanized? When it's not spicy?
Yeah, it's the salsas
Yeah,
are gentrified. A ver pues.
How sad. I think I need to make a mask that I can open from here so I can, in occasions like these.
That's the real challenge.
Yeah.
Hey, are you guys consistent with the head tilts? Too. Another question: are you guys consistent, or do you guys
What?
switch it up? Let me
I don't know if you're drunk, you don't care about where you tilt your head.
Well, I need to know this kind of information though. It's all science based.
It's science based. Okay, for Mijos
All right.
Tacos, cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
Okay, ya me picó.
You see, when you were asking for harder salsa.
Ay, cabrón, sí me picó. It's not gentrified. This is
Are you recording me how I'm struggling eating tacos? This sucks because I like chew and then my mask is like going down.
it's the worst.
Ugh.
So what are the traditions here at El Paso? Like what does the people do here?
Traditions as far as
You know, in San Antonio we have fiesta. Like what do you guys have? Fiesta number 2?
We have Fit Fam. No, I'm just kidding.
Mijos Tacos.
We have Chicos Tacos. Yeah, we do have Chicos Tacos. What else do we have?
Do you guys do anything like once a year? Like it's like the El Paso thing to do, or
I guess we have Winterfest downtown. Have you been to Winterfest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's downtown, and every winter we have like the setup of like nice lights, and it's always the spot for family, friends.
Oh, also,
dates.
one thing I noticed when I first
Alvarito va a
got to El
entrar a
Paso,
le voy a dar los tacos a Alvarito porque es el que me invitó. Espérate, güey.
he was eyeing them, huh?
Yeah.
He's getting the leftovers.
No, está bien.
¿Tienes hambre?
Like, keep it coming.
Sharing is caring,
Thank you
perros.
guys. Gracias.
So you were saying the winter show.
Winterfest.
Is there like a famous band from here that you guys were like when Tan Morrillo that you used to go? Like a local band that now is like a big deal?
Local band? No, I don't think so. What is it?
Cigarettes After Sex.
Really?
Yeah. They're from El Paso. You know who they are?
I don't know.
I knew it. He was like, what was he talking about? Yeah, so it's
One thing I did notice though,
Uh-huh.
when I got to El Paso, is, and this is an El Paso thing I think too, everybody here says like, ay ay.
Oh, yeah.
Ay, ay.
It's like when you tell somebody something that like sounds kind of exaggerated or anything like that, they're like, ay ay. Like, for real? Like, you know, something like that.
So how do you guys carry like El Paso, like all the traditions and everything wherever you go? Do you say ay ay to
See,
people
I
in
don't say it,
the
but I just
NFL?
noticed that it's like an El Paso thing.
I do say it.
You say it
People
too?
think I'm crazy. I do. You know what I also say? So I recently, oh, thank you. So I recently, what did I say? I think I was with my friends. They're from Mexico City, and I said something like, oh, ponte una pantalonera. You know what a pantalonera is?
Pues, no.
No? What's a
Pantalonera.
pantalonera? No?
I don't know.
Dude, it's sweats. Like sweats, and we call it pantalonera here in the border, and so
It's like the guacheteria, no?
I don't know, but I kept saying that, and they kept saying like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Pantalonera.
What are you saying? Yeah,
Te
pantalonera.
dicen la pocha.
Exactly.
How was it for you? Like, I mean, you said your family was very supportive in the stuff that you do. How was
Yes.
your family in terms of like your support system at school and everything that you decided to do when you were growing up?
So my parents were very supportive, but the thing is that they were very naive too. They had just came here from Mexico. They didn't know how the school system worked, so they couldn't really help me. Plus, they were focused on their jobs, trying to make money, trying to make ends meet.
Yes.
So I got away with a lot of things in school because my parents weren't really involved.
Like
How you-
shenanigans. Again, he was like,
Just like
I
you
played
know,
the fifth.
little things and shit. But like, no, I mean, just like getting in trouble at school sometimes. Not, they didn't keep up with my grades. Like, they didn't really know how it all worked out.
Yeah.
They knew like del 1 al 10, but over here it's A, B, C, D, right? F.
Yeah.
And so I guess they weren't supportive in that because they didn't know. But with anything that I wanted to do, like football, go to school, all that, they were very supportive about that. I actually was a soccer player when growing up, and my dad was my coach for a little while.
Big ass
I
soccer
started
player.
playing soccer for like 5 years. I wasn't this big though. I was like a fourth of the size.
No,
So,
neta.
yeah, for real. I was small as a kid. If I showed you guys pictures right now of when I was like 8, 9 years old, I was a skinny kid. Nothing to like what I look like now. It's like one of my legs. So from 5 years old to 12 years old, I played soccer. And then my dad was a big soccer guy. So when I told him and came to him and I said, hey, I'm kind of tired of playing soccer. I want to play something else.
Ya no
Honestly,
quiero jugar fútbol, quiero jugar the real fútbol. Te
Well,
dijo,
the only reason is because I started getting big. Like, I started getting tall
Yeah.
and I started getting wide. So I couldn't keep up with the other kids no more. I couldn't run no more. And then I kept getting red cards left and right and shit. So I was just like, you know what? I'm like, Dad, like, I want to go play football. Like, more of a big boy friendly sport. So, and he, right away, and I thought he was going to freak out on me. Because all he wanted to do was, like, be my coach and have me be successful in soccer.
Yeah.
And when I told him, he was like, okay. So like we could do that. Like, but if you're gonna switch the sport, make sure you train as hard as you possibly can and be the best at that sport now. Like his thing was always like, make sure you do whatever you do it 100%. So very supportive. And then my mom, you know, she came with the food and feeding me. And now this is why I look.
Hard work. We have hardworking Tony.
Round 3.
Yes.
Round 3.
So round 3. We got our smoked barbacoa.
Did he want me really to pay attention to this one?
So I really want you to, I want a critique, an honest critique.
This is my favorite taco.
Huele a barbecue.
Yes.
Huele a barbecue.
So we smoke it. A lot of people that do it, where your area, where you're from, San Antonio, Austin area, they completely smoke it all the way. We smoke it for a few hours. We take it off and we finish steaming it the old school way in our broth, in our seasonings that we put in there. So I really want to hear what you have to say about this.
It doesn't look greasy at all. That's one of my observations. Because some barbacoas, like las agarras and they're dripping. And
and that's what I like to clean up.
Keep it clean around.
Yeah.
We have an attic right here, man.
So go ahead.
All right, voy a echarle verde.
Some red one. Put some red one.
Ya me dio miedo.
She put some red one.
Some red?
Yep.
Ahí viene el otro Alvarito, ¿eh?
You on green too or just red?
Green too. Yeah, put some. ¿Te gustó?
Yeah, really good.
I like the smell. The smell is like barbecue.
If you can see, look at it. It's kind of like a reddish color.
Yeah, I saw it.
Black. You can see the reddish color under it. That's from the smoke.
Y'all want to see this big on in one bite?
Sale.
Let's cheer first.
¿Cuál?
Oh, you cannot do this. We've been cheering the whole time.
Cheers.
No mames.
Wow. How many tacos can you eat? Do you know?
I don't even want to know.
My record so far is 29.
What?
Oh my God.
But I'm disappointed in myself. I couldn't hit the 30 mark. So 29.
29.
Young man.
Where did you find out you can eat 29 tacos?
So that was actually back in Vegas when I was like 16 years old.
And you tried it?
I was different back then though.
How different?
I don't know. I'm kind of soft now. I don't know if I can eat that many now.
No mames, está bien bueno.
What does San Antonio say about these? Because she's talking for all you guys right now, by the way.
Wait a second. I'm enjoying this. This is
My struggles.
oh, so good. Mi preferido so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, this one is.
Hey, it's a big
Puro
deal coming
cachete,
from you.
bebé. Puro cachete. No, it's like from the moment you get the taco, Alvarito. You smell the barbecue. It's soft. It's not greasy. For me, barbacoa cannot be greasy. I cannot have barbacoa if it's greasy.
I like the colors. See the reddish you were talking about.
Hey, I saw him behind the camera going like this.
¿Verdad que sí está bien bueno? It's good.
Really good.
Appreciate it.
It's good. Oh wow. So those are how many more tacos are you gonna have for us?
So we have our suadero coming up next,
Okay.
which is a style meat that pretty much the tacos are from Mexico, the DF. That's
Yeah,
where they
I love suadero.
originated at, and we're giving that a try. So let's see what you guys think about it. You guys were down there not too long ago, Will.
Yes.
So
I grew up with suadero, so
let's try that, and then after that we can do our pork belly, which is
That's my favorite.
That's I think a lot of people's.
What's up with the chorizo, Tony? I like chorizo.
No chorizo?
Chorizo, baby.
chorizo,
There's no chorizo aquí, no hay taco, baby. No chorizo, no taco for nobody. All right.
Pero ahí les vengo.
Okay.
Yeah, she said 2 chorizo.
No, más uno. I can only do one
tengo.
chorizo. I'm good. Soy golosa, pero no soy tanto. Okay. You know.
Como chorizo tienes.
So, who was your mentor?
My mentor?
Yes, the person that was there, like when you would struggle the most, like when you were in school, or like I don't know, in anything that you were like calling all the time, like where I'm in trouble.
That I was calling all the time. You know what? I can only think of my younger brother. He's a wrestler as well, Dastan. We became really close because of my mom. When she became, sick, she could no longer like do the things that she would do for us at school, like take us to events, take us to practice our sports. So I started doing that. So then we became really close. So now he's my personal assistant. He's my best friend. He knows everything about me. He helps me in my mental health. Like, he is just, I guess, my mentor.
That's cool.
As of now, yeah.
That's cool to have a brother like that. Do you have brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have a younger sister. She's 2 years younger than me.
So how was she when you were, how were you guys when you were growing up?
I'm similar to you. Me and my sister are very, very, we're like best friends. She's always supported me. She's always, been there for me. And, just as of recently, she became a registered dietitian. So now she's helping me with my actual performance for the NFL and for playing football. She tailors all my diet. She tells me what to eat, when to eat it. And so besides her helping me, morally, mentally, and with that support system, she's actually helping me in my career till this day. So, I'm very thankful with her. She's also been a badass athlete. She played volleyball. So she's there too for me.
For your parents, do they understood when you got signed to the NFL?
It's funny because I always tell everybody that I think my dad kind of got it and he understood how big of a deal it was. But my mom, she literally just thought I was just like moving cities. And she had no idea. I got drafted in the second round too, where it was televised.
Wow.
And to her, it was just like, oh, mijo, qué bueno, like, felicidades.
Échale ganas, mijo, right?
Like, all right, bet. And then over the years, she realized what a big deal that was. She started learning. But my mom's always just been like, either way, whether it's a huge deal for me or a small deal, it's always been like cool for her to see, and she's always supported me the same.
Do they ever say like, no, mijo, like keep your feet on the ground, mantenga los pies en la tierra, no se le vaya a subir,
yeah,
¿no te dicen?
Now as of like my last couple of years, now that my mom understands the game and the rules, she'll be like, hey, like, why did you like miss that tackle? Or what? I mean, why did you miss that block? Or like, hey, what's up with the quarterback? Why did he run that if he was supposed to do this?
Oh,
and she
wow.
She actually knows her shit now.
You're like, damn, Mom.
I gotta step up my game.
Wow. And for you, like, what your parents, like your dad was
Oh
like,
my
no,
gosh.
tienes que ir a la Ciudad de Mexico.
Yeah, so I used to be a volleyball player. I played volleyball for Burgess High School. Go Mustangs, woo! And you know what? Yeah. And you know what? When I was a volleyball player, it was very favoritism kind of type of thing. And so since my parents, they're really Mexican and they're just like, they didn't really invest in the team how other parents would. My parents were just kind of on the
so when
side.
you said they're really Mexican, what's that? To the vloggers that don't understand what a real Mexican dad or mom is, can you describe that?
Like, did you get hit with the chancla?
Yeah, you know what I
It's pretty
did?
Mexican.
Yeah, I get hit with the chancla. And my dad was just very like, o sea, how can I say, don't go kiss ass. O sea, mi papá era así como que muy así como que usted vaya, entrene y juegue y sea la mejor que puede ser. Ok, papá. Y ahí iba yo, pero como no había dinero involucrado, there was no money like involved, like, I guess, what is that called when parents get together and then they raise fundraisers and stuff like that? They weren't very involved.
Well,
anyways,
one, because they were trying, your dad was the only one making the money of the house.
Yeah.
And two, your mom was not educated or had the information to do that kind of stuff.
And she didn't speak English. That was also another thing. She didn't speak English.
And I'm so glad that you guys brought that up because people don't understand how difficult it is for like second generation of kids that are in a new country trying to explain this like social dynamics to our parents because they don't understand. One, they don't speak the language. Two, then it's not that they don't care. They just don't understand. Like, it is so funny what you said, the NFL. When I told my dad I got in UC Berkeley, no mames, te vas a ir para allá, está bien lejos. That's what he said. He had absolutely no clue, like, what a big of a deal it is for, like, first generation, person to, like, make something this big. Now that they see, like, my stuff being put in a museum, my mom hates wrestling, by the way. She just comes and takes pictures and she's proud, but she will never see it because she gets very nervous. Mm-hmm. But it was the same way. They didn't get involved in that because they didn't speak English.
Exactly.
They didn't understand.
In
Mexico, they did, but not
and
here.
She was very embarrassed. Like, she would attend meetings and she would always be in the back because she didn't understand English. She would always ask me, what was happening and stuff like that. Until one day I was a bench warmer. They benched me. And it was just like, but why if I'm such a good volleyball player? So then my dad comes and he's like, Dulce, what are you doing like being benched? You've never been benched in any sport that you've ever played. Why don't you just quit and join the wrestling team? And then I used to think like, no, Dad, like that's such a sport for guys. You know, I don't wanna join the sport. Ah, no, mija, vamos, inténtalo.
Uh-huh.
Well, I ended up like placing for district, regional, state. I was a placer. I became like this badass for my school. I was the second girl to ever place at state for my whole school. And Burgess is a really old school.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in today's world, I thank my dad for introducing me to wrestling. And from there, that's when I made my jump to Lucha Libre. My brothers were already wrestling and training. So it was very easy for me to like make that shift into Lucha Libre.
Then she went to the volleyball and say,
Yeah, and so it was really cool. It was really cool.
I'm not on the bench now, bitches.
I'm moving here getting medals. And it was really cool because when I won my medal, like the next day at school, well, they had to announce me, right? And the volleyball coach was there. Shout out to Coach Vaughn. Look at me now. And even my wrestling coaches, they were like, hey, Dulce, they're going to announce, you know, that you're a state placer. Like, how do you feel? I'm like, I remember I was crying. I was like, I feel so proud of myself. I got out of there where I thought like I was nothing. I was no one. And I was benched. And look at me now, like thriving, being successful. So it was a really cool feeling. Really, really cool feeling.
Oh, Tony.
Yes.
Suadero.
So my staff decided to go on, skip me and go on to the lingua. So this is our smoked lingua. This is going to also be lightly smoked. You can see some of the redness on it, but it's going to be very, very tender as well. We finish it just like the barbacoa. We put it back in the steamer and steam it to finish it
So
off.
are you going to have every single taco that you're showing right now in the taco truck?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You got options here.
Okay, another question. When I eat tacos de lengua, they make a special sauce. Are you going to make a special sauce for the tacos de lengua only?
I think our sauce is already special.
Touché, perra.
Ándale.
Touché.
I have something to confess. I've never eaten lengua.
Pero cuando
Never
estás de
eaten taco
chismosa
lengua.
ya andas dando, you know. Ay, cuando andas de chismosa ahí no dicen
Para
nada.
eso soy buena.
I
Wow. Sí, de las
I
dos.
like the green one on my tacos de lengua.
I like both of them.
¿Quieres de los dos? Porque pues, tú lo vas a hacer, yo no me voy a comer una mordida. ¿De los dos? Ok, échale. These were my favorite growing up, tacos de lengua. Yeah. And I used to live in a place called Guaycura, and there was this old dude, like this decrepit guy that was doing tacos de lengua for decades. Mejores tacos de lengua que he probado en mi vida. I haven't tried anything as good as that.
Okay,
So my standards are very high.
Okay, good. I want to know.
And my sister makes some bomb tacos de lengua too. Oh yeah.
You know, it's
Cheers.
The lengua you can overcook, and it'll dry out on you. So you got to be.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Déjale echar limón.
Have to go through this process.
A ver. I got to taste all the flavors.
Tastes like smoke.
Tender as fuck.
Yeah. It's really, really good.
Melts in your mouth.
It's like cotton candy.
Yo nomás le podría poquita más sal. Just a little bit. Yes, just a little bit. Parece.
Perfect.
Álvaro, your turn. Try it.
Garbage disposal.
Está bien buena.
Qué rico.
Está muy rico. ¿Verdad que sí? Soft. It's like, yeah. Yes.
It's that
Give me all the
tenderness it gets
lengua. Give me all the lengua. All the lengua.
Muy rico.
También bueno. So when do you remember was the first time that you ate a taco? How old were you? Do you have a memory?
You know, I actually have this interview online where I did with GQ and I talked about it.
Oh, it's you, me. He did with you.
But I talked about, so the neighborhood that I used to live in, there was a lady that used to sell tacos out of her garage. You know, we were in a very Mexican neighborhood. So she used to sell tacos out of her garage. And I was about like
What kind of tacos?
everything, just like everything we're having now, but she just didn't smoke them.
Okay.
So she had all the meats, like carne asada, el pastor, lengua, all of it. And I used to live right across the street from her. And many of those times, I would go right across the street and have her tacos. And I was about 11 years old when I started going. She literally fed me all the way up until I left to go to college. And but I was around 11 years old. I mean, I ate tacos before that, but that's when they really started hitting me.
Yeah.
And like, damn, I love tacos.
What was your favorite one?
Growing up, it was lengua, but now I have to go with the smoked pork belly. The smoked pork belly changed my life.
How?
Just like made it better.
And for you, what was your first, like, what was your experience?
Taco try. I think I was around 7. And in Ciudad Juarez, there was a church, and we would attend church. And as soon as it was over, maybe like 3 blocks down, había un puestecito de tacos de buche.
Oh, de buche,
De
man.
buche.
Oh, yeah, that's Mexican.
Yeah, and that was the first try, and that's where my dad like taught me how to eat tacos, you know, with aguacate, salsita, salecita, and y con la coca. No podía faltar la coca.
La coca.
La
If you're
coca.
Mexican, you weren't raised with milk. For breakfast, you got Coca-Cola. Hola, mija,
Yeah.
go and get a Coca-Cola. Y vas a la tienda, ¿no? Con tu Coca-Cola de 2 litros.
Yeah.
Then come back for breakfast. For lunch,
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. For dinner, Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Se me bajó el azúcar.
Coca-Cola.
Yes. Mi azúcar está bien alta. Coca-Cola.
Estoy a dieta,
Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola
de
light.
dieta. Or
Coca-Cola
zero.
light.
Yeah, that's why we have so many issues with diabetes. Anyways. For me, like, I remember my dad used to take us when I was little to eat tacos de birria with the tortilla, like crunchy tortilla.
Yeah.
They were like every Sunday, like la señora vendía tamales en tacos de birria, and everybody always smelled like birria. Only our family smelled like birria. And then my favorite, tacos sudados. Tacos al vapor. That's one of my favorite.
También.
I took them to Mexico City to eat tacos al vapor, and they didn't like it as much as I did. I was just like, give it to me.
That's why I like lengua so much growing up, because she steamed it al vapor también.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
Tony,
¿Qué
¿qué tiene?
So we got 2 left, which is our brisket, our smoked brisket, and then followed by our smoked pork belly.
He's been waiting for
Yes, I did. So here you guys go. Try our smoked brisket. This is what
Smoked
we also
brisket.
use for our barbecue on the weekends.
Nice.
It's very interesting, the cuts. I'm gonna be like, the cuts are very interesting.
What sauce are we doing on these?
Échale las dos. hombre.
De las dos.
And here you're gonna have sour. Is this sour cream, right? The one that he puts in there.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting closer to the end of this vlog. It's been an amazing experience having to have this soft opening for Mijos Tacos. It's been an amazing experience, honestly. Le está poniendo con
De todo. Sí.
con agua de limón con sus dedos, you know.
Gives a flavor.
Hey.
Cheers.
Ah! You didn't see that. Cheers.
Cheers.
No, si sabe a barbecue. Me picó.
¿Te picó?
Hey, I'm like, when I stop talking, it's because I'm really paying attention to the flavors. Definitely the lengua is the best for me.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, yeah.
Me too. Pero
This one's really good.
sí le faltaba salecita.
¿A cuál?
Al de
¿La lengua? ¿Ves, Tony?
I got you, girl.
Did you think about putting a little bit of, like, because this is brisket, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to think because I have had brisket tacos at Buc-ee's.
But you can't knock on Buc-ee's. They got some good stuff.
We're in Buc-ee's?
I like Buc-ee's.
Le falta así como
¿Qué le falta?
un poquito como de barbecue.
¿Barbecue?
¿Que se pasa a barbecue?
Que puedes una salsita así especial de barbecue que nomás va con esto.
Sí, podemos hacer eso. You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We just did so we have a pizza here. We call the Antler. And it's all our smoked meats. And one of my cooks, we put the marinara. That's our best seller. But he was like, hey, Tone, why don't you put some barbecue sauce instead of the marinara sauce? And we did that, and now it's blown up.
No, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it will add like a
little sweetness to it. You know what? I can mess with something, obviously, because we try to keep it border. So we try to keep it on the border side, but that wouldn't be a bad idea. Get una salsita así with a little sweetness at the end.
Yes.
Like a mango habanero kind of style.
Yes,
And
yes.
hit with
Just to
that.
give the kick.
Yes, I think that would
Yes.
be good.
Be down.
Yes. You know, I have experience making tacos, you know.
There you go.
Like,
let me
la
get the last
mamona,
one.
me dicen la mamona. Hey guys, it's been like, honestly, it's been such a cool experience to meet you, Will. I know this is something that we've been talking about for a minute, and you know, somebody that
Already
my
know.
homegirl, you know.
Yeah.
Monday?
Besties?
Yeah, I guess
Yes.
so.
Well, yeah. Le hablo de grito, le digo que le baje huevos, you know.
Yeah.
So you can only do that to your friends and people. I really care for her because, like she was saying, like it's hard to be a luchadora.
Yeah.
And like she's one of the very few luchadoras, Mexican American luchadoras that are here in the United States with a mask.
Yeah.
That speak fully English and Spanish. And sometimes, you know, you might think that that's an advantage, but sometimes it can be a disadvantage because they say, "No, you're not a real luchadora."
Yeah.
For sure.
Like kind of like how they tell me that I'm not a real luchadora because I just started here, or like kind of like how they tell you like you're not real Mexican,
People
you know.
got something to say, for sure.
So in that aspect, in that subject, like what is the one thing that you will tell the followers right now who are watching us as an advice to, like, you know, to be successful in accepting yourself?
Yeah, so I'm very big on, one, not letting the cards that you're dealt with define whether you make it or not.
Yeah.
And I'm also big on not having a victim mentality. And what I mean by that is, when this happened to my knee, I could have been like, why me? Like, why did this happen to me? It happened at the worst time. I could have given a million excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And felt pity for myself, all that. But at the end of the day, like, I think the word of advice that I would give is there's always a way that you can make something happen if you actually want to make it happen. There's excuses, and there's always going to be excuses. But it's really up to you. If you want something bad enough, you can make it happen somehow, some way. And usually it takes more work than you think it does.
Exactly.
So just remember that. Always keep that mentality of, this isn't good enough, I got to do better. But also appreciating what you've done already without letting it get too high.
That's big. You spoke to me. Because like when I was injured, like, and I don't know if it's hard for you, but when I go back to 2022, like September 2022 all the way to like the end of 2023, it's a hard time for me. Even watching those pictures, because
sure.
I was in a very dark place, right? And for a minute, I was asking, why me? Why me? But
And
then
I think we all do.
It happens to everybody.
yeah, but then when you find that thing that pushes you to get out of that, I was like, the reason why it happened to me is because now I can focus on other things that I didn't have time to focus on.
Yeah.
That is helping me not only to get better, but it's like you're saying, helping others. Like you were helping all your teammates, right?
Yeah.
When they were injured.
Teammates, kids. So like when I first got injured, another thing that opened my eyes to like get out of the funk and like do better is I started getting a lot of DMs from kids or players from middle school level, high school level, and they were like, hey man, like I actually just got hurt too, like not too long ago. Like, you know, I hope you're doing better, but like, do you have any tips for like, you know, to get better and like, you know, be more motivated? And I was like, wow, my injury isn't just affecting me, like it's gonna affect all these kids that are watching me.
Yeah.
And when I started reading those DMs, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do something, get on the right track, because I'm just not gonna help myself. I'm also gonna help these kids along the way.
Yeah.
So I took that and took it to heart, and I said, you know what? Enough of the excuses, enough of the why me's. Like, let's get better, and then hopefully that affects all these kids that are watching.
All right.
So we got these guys' favorite one.
The main event of the evening.
Yes, that's what it is. Smoked pork belly,
Madres.
aka bacon.
Cabrón. Bacon.
Yes.
So if you
Nice.
don't eat bacon, this is not the place. This is not taco
This
free.
is not-
That
Who
lengua.
Your
Doesn't like
tacos.
bacon, though.
Yes.
There's people who don't eat pork.
Can I have
Those
some
are
more
the kind
water,
of people
please?
I don't wanna be around.
Thank you.
Este güey, le vale. Oh, by the way, before we go, can I get the crew to come here and say hi to the vloggers?
Mijos, come through.
Everybody has a crew, and this guy legit has a crew.
So these are all my mijos. We all went to school together. They all knew me before I went to the NFL. So I like to stay with my day ones at all times. And these are the mijos here.
A ver, mijos, cáiganle pa' acá. Don't be shy. All right, I need names. Can you shout your names?
Just everybody introduce
Over here.
Left to
To the
right.
camera.
Javi. Oh, Chavo, nice to meet you.
I'm Goose. I'm Josh. I'm Bobby.
Dorf. I'm Steve.
Are you all from El Paso?
Yes.
El Paso strong.
Born and raised.
Born and raised, successful man, young man, all the mijos, you know. How do you guys support each other at all times? Like, do you guys call each other? Do you guys have like a thread of DMs? Do you guys go to games together? Like, how do you like?
Multiple group chats for sure.
Yeah.
We got a couple group chats, a few Snapchat streaks, and we just check on each other daily. Where we are.
Okay, the most important question that I have for you guys as males: do you guys say that you guys love each other, or that's?
100%. So, for those who don't know, we all have the same ass tattoo of a pickaxe.
Shut up!
Really?
You really want to see some?
Yes! Yes, I want to see it. They said ass. I want to see all the ass.
Are they gonna shake it though?
Oh my God, that shit is happening. That shit is happening.
Oh my God, it's actually
A ver,
happening.
let me
Hold
move.
on.
Who's shooting this camera or this one?
This one.
All right. So we're all going to line up Vegas girl style with our hands like this.
Hold on.
What's that?
Right here?
Oh my God. This is for real. Look at this.
Come on.
A ver, no te veo ass, you know? This is the most ass I've seen in my life. Like, look, like,
That's a little hairy.
Where's that?
wow. No, let's give it a round of applause for being, this is a real man right here.
And for those of you that can't see it from your screens, it is a UTEP pickaxe. We all went to school together. It's our UTEP logo.
Yeah.
So the school's logo. And we all got it shortly after we all graduated. You know, we might have been intoxicated. We might have not. But we all got it. And it's just a sign of like loyalty and, the fact that we're amigos just doing Mijo shit.
Are you guys all Hispanic?
Yes.
So how important is for you guys to like support each other to be successful?
Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah, we show a lot of support for each other. We like to see each other grow.
I think we all took on that entrepreneurial mindset as we got into school, and I mean, we've been through the mud together. So now that we're starting to climb a little up, it's just really exciting to see, and we support each other any way that we can.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
that's really nice.
It's like this is a new generation. Like our parents like had a really hard time like expressing love and expressing feelings and expressing some of the struggles. And I think this is like our generation, because you're still kind of my age, not that old. We're trying to break those cycles, And it makes me kind of want to cry because I don't see a lot of guys doing that for each other, I mean, you see it with the girls, right? You have like sorority girls, but you guys doing this is pretty dope.
So you're pretty much both of you guys are pretty much part of the Mijos now. So
Can I get a tattoo?
Well, before we get to that, I just got a quick question for you.
Yes.
Would you ever leave the Mijos?
If I will level,
Would you ever leave the Mijos?
why would I live? No.
Okay, that's our little inside joke. We always ask people that random question. We're like in mid conversation with them, and we'll just randomly ask them like, "Hey, like, would you ever leave the Mijos?" And like they're just like, "What?" And we're just, "Yes or no?" No. Fuck yeah.
No, man, I got invited to like,
You're invited to the carne asada for sure.
hell yeah,
Oh,
baby.
yes.
Both of y'all.
Thank you.
I have Dulce's brother, but he's shy.
Yeah.
But that's support right there. And we're gonna eat the last taco right now. El taco de pork belly.
¿Cómo se dice en español?
Panza de puerco, ¿no?
Right here.
Tocino. And with this, yes.
Yes.
Ya, pues ya échalo. Ya que.
Te pica, ¿no?
Todo me pica, amigo. Todo me pica. Las moscas nos andan picando ahorita. Yeah, well, this is the culture of the border. This is brotherhood. This is family.
El
this
Paso
is
strong.
Yeah, this is El Paso strong. Like literally, this group of men and women like supporting each other, supporting their families, providing for their families, and being successful coming from a small town where people like when they come to El Paso, it's like, what's in El Paso?
Exactly.
This is what's in El Paso.
Oh, yeah.
Entrepreneurship, family, support, You know, immigrants are successful. Venga para acá, Tony. No, véngase. No, these are the stories. These are the stories that they need to be put on TV. So people can see that immigrant families and Mexicanos y Mexicanas are hardworking people that have ethic, that want to succeed by, opening businesses, but, being brothers and supporting each other, but being football players. What else do you guys do? Football. Home security. Baseball. Are you teachers? Any teachers here? Right here.
Where? Oh, nice.
What do you do?
Teacher.
Running businesses, luchadoras right here, mothers, sisters, like this is what we do. This is America. We are part of America. And tacos are also part of America, Let's eat tacos.
I'm going to remind you, this is my favorite one.
Okay, cheers.
So be gentle.
No seas mamón. Está bien bueno. Wow. Excuse my French. Álvaro, you have to taste this one. Dios mío. And we have another Latino here that got me in contact with Will, and I'm really blessed. Again, thank you so much for being part of the taco vlog. We're here in El Paso. It's been amazing. Thank you, Chef Tony.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for the soft opening. This is Mijos Tacos. It will be open. What's the address?
It will be open June 21st.
All right.
And we're debuting it at our football camp, which we're doing here for 1,500 kids. And it will be at that event, June 21st, at the SAC 2. And we'll be there to feed everybody. And then from there on, City of El Paso.
So where can they follow you or donate for like the stuff that you do for?
So if you want to follow Mijos Tacos, it's straight like that, Mijos Tacos on Instagram. We also have a foundation where we help out a lot of kids, pretty much younger versions of ourselves. And we're going to find the next generation of NFL players, business owners, entrepreneurs, all that. And we're doing it through these football camps, which are free for the kids, by the way, and are get funded by donations, by sponsors, all that. And you can find us at Mijos Things Foundation on Instagram, or you can visit our website to actually donate at MijosThingsFoundation.com. And you guys can donate there through the link. You guys can come out to the camp, and then we'll also be posting any information about Mijos Tacos and Mijos Things Foundation on both of those IG handles.
Make sure you tag me so I can share it too.
Yeah.
We'll tag you guys for sure.
Yeah.
And I appreciate y'all for everything that you guys do. And let's not forget how Latina Strong is actually a freaking thing too.
And Latina supporting Latinas. And where can they find you on social media?
They can find me on Instagram, Facebook as Dulce Tormenta. Make sure to follow me and support America's Luchadora. Support this luchadora that is proudly from El Paso, Texas. I represent our border, Ciudad Juárez and El Paso, and for that makes me really, really proud. And so, hopefully in the big leagues soon.
So good luck with everything for you. I know this has been a long road, and good luck to all of you guys. Thank you for supporting. This is really cool.
Yeah.
All the homies came to watch us eat tacos. Why not? What are you doing? Nothing. You want to watch me?
Getting together.
Hey, mijo, are you gonna ever leave me, mijo? You're gonna leave me, mijo? And with that, I want to say thank you to everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure you continue to follow us. We are 110,000. Yeah, 110,000. I don't know. Thousands and thousands. We have 100,000 followers. Thank you for being there for us. Let's get bigger. With this, thank you for our producer Justin that he busts his ass. Yeah, right there. Alvaro, who contacted me with Mijos Things. Without him, it wouldn't happen. Tony,
Yes, sir.
the other Tony, and everybody. Remember, everyone,
Big Roos.
enjoy your tacos. And remember, not everybody is your best friend. See you next time.